Welcome back, all you magnificent morons. I know, I called you morons, but in a lovable way, in an affectionate way, as an introduction. Actually, this is not the introduction, guys. This is not the intro. You may think this is the intro, but it's not. You want to see a real intro? I've got a freaking real intro for you today. Trust me. Have I ever let you down? Watch this intro.
All right, tankers, show that Chevy you mean business. That car didn't have a chance.
Customized sunroof.
Whoa, I didn't expect that.
Caught in the trap.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for this M60 crew. Just launched the car. Not much left. They're just going to check the track, ladies and gentlemen, make sure everything's okay so the tank can move away. There, yeah, you probably don't want to drive away with that, right? So while they're doing that, let me just close the show with a couple words. I'm the executive director here, and we have some student staff throughout the year, but I'm the one full-time staff member here. Would you believe it if I told you that everybody who works on these vehicles, who operated these vehicles for you today, who sweeps the floors here, who keeps this museum and history alive was a volunteer? Would you believe it? Let's hear it for the volunteers of the Ontario Regiment Museum for putting on such a fantastic Tank Saturday. I work here and I'm pumped.
Oh, good. Did you get to see it?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you really enjoyed what you saw here today, and remember, you can't see this anywhere else in Canada and very few places in the world. If you really enjoyed this, the best way you can help the Ontario Regiment Museum is by leaving a review on Facebook, Facebook, Google, TripAdvisor, word of mouth. Tell a friend about the Ontario Regiment Museum. Tell them about Tank Saturdays and what you experienced today. We hope that you enjoy the rest of your day here at the museum. Remember, check out the Military Vehicle Conservation Center. Come on over to the marshalling area, meet some of the crews, including Ashley, our female Tank M60 driver, and let them know what you thought about their show.
I thought I would give a little plug there to the Ontario Tank Museum. Great time I had over there this summer. Yeah. A tank versus a car. That's how it ends up. Except in this game, there are cars, wheeled vehicles in this game. They're not as easy to take out. But that's besides though. It's heavy tank week. I'm in the T10. The Russian heavy tank. Are there any wheeled vehicles in this game? Are there? No. Well, thank goodness, because, you know, you can't just squish them or shoot them in one because they have the magic rubber. But anyway, all right. Look at this game. How long does it take to win a game when you're driving a Russian heavy tank? Let's. I'm going to tell you what my thought process was in this game. Look, I'm looking at the mini-map. I've got two scouts that have moved up, and look what they've spotted. The RU has spotted. I see a lot of enemies heading to the 1-2 line. You see that? And he did not spot hardly anyone heading to the 8-9 line. Did you see that? The AMX, he's calling help, the RU-251. Just that little scouting run they did gave me that information. There was, I see a Yag Tiger, an Object 430, another T10, a T55A, and probably some others heading to the 1-2 line. So I decided to stop here because he spotted a lot of enemies heading that way. So why push forward? I know they're coming. Let me bounce on them. No, seriously, let's get serious. That RU-251 and the AMX 1390 are light tanks. They moved up and they provided intel. So I'm using the intel. I saw that a lot of enemies are going to the 1-2 line, so I'm not committing pushing forward. Because they're fast. The T-55A, the T-54E1, he's an autoloader. I decided to stop here because it looks like the enemies are committing to that location. There's the Yag Tiger that I knew was heading this way. So, just a simple, you're in a heavy tank and you haven't moved up. Well, if he hadn't spotted anyone, like you make decisions on the fly in this game. You make decisions, let's see if I can take, oh, they got him. You make the decisions on the fly, and I look at the mini-map at the beginning, and you have to make your mini-map big. And RU-251, if he had spotted nobody from that position, because I know from that position, let me just take a shot on this Type 4 heavy, aim at the lower plate, no problem. If he had not spotted anyone, I know that from that position, that bush he went to in the middle there, if he had not spotted anyone, then I would be pretty confident that maybe only a light tank or a medium tank would have come this way, and I would have pushed way up there. But he spotted a bunch of enemies, so why not, change your plan? They're committing to this side. They're probably thinking, oh, there's a lot of us, we got to push. And so they're pushing, right? And they're pushing recklessly. This guy, this poor Type 4 heavy, is blind shooting the bush. This bush is overpowered. I can just shoot like this. He has no idea what's going on. He's wondering, why can't I see anyone? Now he's going to go back to the garage or rage at his team. Why did you push? So there's a time to push, and there's a time not to push. And he's coming to an object, 430. And I've got 2 press because I don't give a flying fuck. I'm not bouncing on freaking objects or Type 4 or 5 heavies. I'm churning through them like butter because that's how this game works now. And if you don't like it, well, you can sit in a position like this and bounce 12 shots, or you can press 2 and just pump out the damage like there's no tomorrow. But that's besides the point. What won this game, I think, it literally in the first few seconds, and I did not penetrate that, but I tracked him, and he's dead, and I got 573 tracking assist. What won this game in a few seconds? Oh, I got shot by an object. An object shot an ammo rack me. 1 hit. Okay, object, you want to play rough? You want to play rough, object? Look, I'm spamming heat like a motherfucker. Take that. Yeah, and he bounced. Yeah, because I'm just showing the left side of my upper plate. Now it's time to move it. This game is going to be, it's 10-1. So, I know it's heavy tank week, but this is the takeaway. If your scouts, if your light tanks move up and give you intel at the beginning of the game, you can use that intel and win in 4 minutes. Their scouts, I don't know from the other team's perspective. It would have been nice to view it from the other team's perspective, what their scouts provided for them and how they reacted. Oh, that guy, he did the right way to go, buddy. I should have rammed him. But it's over, right? It's over because we knew within 30 seconds what was going on. My team played it perfectly. We saw that a whole bunch of them were coming. We just waited. We farmed them. It's over. Yeah. Russian heavy tank. Did almost nothing. Just sat there. Over 4,000 damage. This is really a medium tank. What are you doing in heavy tank week in a medium tank? It's Russian, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. But wasn't that M60 driving over? Hey, it's Jeffy B. Jeffy B. He's right beside me there in the standard B. And in the video, the intro video, the guy that said, if you watch it again, the guy that said, no fun for you, that was Jeffy B. Jeffy B took that intro video, or his dad did. Look at me on top there. On top, but the E50 got more XP because he probably did some spotting assist. Although I did some 4,400 and 1,481 damage assistance. So I don't know how the E50 got more, but it doesn't matter. And look at this. Even spamming a heat like a motherfucker, what is this? How did I make credits? Let's do it. This is Russian arithmetic here, okay? 45,748 minus 3,033 minus 60,000 is 5,000 profit. Russia! Who the fuck knows what that means? But watch the intro again. In the middle of it, there's a guy that says, no fun for you. That's Jeffy B. He was in the game with me there in the standard B. His dad took that video in the intro at the Ontario Tank Museum. It's like the equivalent of Tank Fest in Canada. Go visit their website. You know, like the guy said, go check them out on Facebook. Say hi. I'll try and find the link, and I'll leave it in the video description. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. And if your scouts, if your light tanks move up and spot for you, use the intel they provide, okay? That's all I got. That's all I got. Tomorrow, Heavy Tank Week number 5, we're going to play American Tank. Hoo-ha!